And welcome back, guys, geeks and gamers. This is Horseplay Live. Today is Thursday, January 29th already. Holy shit, dude. And this is episode 59 entitled Let's Talk About Twitch, Baby. There will be lots of giveaways. There will be giveaways in this one, so sit tight. We're going to do that near the end. Before we get into that, all the fun, I try to read this stuff and try to, I read it like several times before the show, and I never get it. So before we get into all the fun head on this episode, guys and gals, we're going to be, I'm joined as always by the man himself, the bear lizard himself, Yogzilla, the filthy casual, right?
50 casual, exactly.
What's
and
going
and,
on,
and
buddy?
thanks to the Spartan show for the host. That was like right on cue. Oh man, it works out perfectly because their show is right after ours because they got that West Coast time, so it's perfect. But and of course the dog does not miss his cue. For those of you that know, I haven't been streaming for like a week or so because I've been sick as hell. So that's fun. I'm really missing it. Yeah. Catching up on some work because I have to pay the bills, but I got so much stuff to do. But other than that, it's been good. It's been good, playing the Smite, playing the
Heroes
playing
of the
the
Storm.
Heroes of the Storm. Yeah, yeah.
I think I got an echo on here again. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
you
hear
have
an
an
echo. It's okay.
you hear
I'm
an
not
echo.
worried.
Could be my super sensitive mic picking up.
On my super sensitive earphones. Got it.
Let me see.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to hone in on the acoustic situation at the new house. So that might be part of it too. The worst radio show. I see you there lurking, Kevin, trying to come in here and not say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Good having the bot. I can see people in real time. Like, oh.
Yeah, but then they're at the wrong channel though. Really.
No, they're in the GES channel.
Oh, are they?
Mm-hmm.
The BFT9000, my biggest donator on my channel. Thank you, sir. Filthy casual. That was the name of the old raid group in FF14.
Yeah. That's actually I try to steer clear of the MMOs because they're so dangerous. But that game is pretty cool. I like the crafting system in there. It's unique. It's unique in what it does. And
Sure.
from what I understand, the newer actually I haven't seen too much of FF14. I've seen a lot of the older Final Fantasy Online, which is Final Fantasy 11, right? And I imagine it's pretty similar.
Yes, I think. I'm not really sure exactly. I stopped following the Final Fantasy after 10. Shit, after
Oh, you're one of those. All
I
right, well,
couldn't do it anymore, man.
you talk to people while I blow my nose here.
Yeah, because I was on Skype with him, talking to his wife, and she's sitting there like, "Shut up, dude! I can't hear him. Shut up!" But anyways, guys, we are to apologize. We're excited to have Janelle, number 5 or no 5 on the show, back again this week. But unfortunately, she's got like huge migraine. She's just under the weather. So, just us guys. We're gonna talk about some really fun, hopefully some fun things tonight. Well, I think they're fun. But if you are new to the show, welcome to our awesome party. Yeah. Woohoo!
Yay!
I was trying to like slow down and like
I can't.
let you sit there and
I can't do the woo because if I do the woo, I'm gonna rip something out.
he's gonna
As it
shit
is
himself.
laughing. I still got that like raspy, tickly thing going on where it feels like if I do too much extreme stuff, like talking too much or whatever, that's gonna like I don't know. Ugh, it sucks.
Hey Yogi,
Yeah,
can you do this? Oh yeah.
that might be able to pull off. Oh yeah. I can't even do that.
Yeah.
I can still do Schmiegel though. Schmiegel I could do.
Do it. Do it.
Like my process.
I can't. That sounds pretty nice there. You want to have a party? Anyway, guys, if you guys are new, welcome to the show. Horseplay Live is where geeks come to play, and 9 times out of 10, we get in trouble here too, or I get him in trouble, or he gets me in trouble. But I kind of made up for that trouble that I got him into, because I sent Mom a Christmas present. So, well,
Yeah, and then you put
my
her on the
wife.
spot, and they made her look at me like, why does he want to talk to me? I'm like, he's about to say hello.
That's all it is. It was I told you a week ago that I wanted to talk to her, or we wanted to set it up, but you've been sick, dude. So I heard her. I was like, because you're like, is that mama? Is that mama? Is that mama? And you're like, shut up, click. He put me on mute because that's I couldn't talk. So, but we're gonna have fun tonight, guys. We are the flagship radio show for Geeky Antics Network in collaboration with AllGames.com. Our show covers all the aspects of geek culture with a special focus on indie and strategy games, technologies, rants, social issues that geeks face, and community events. And God, I'm going to highlight rants again. Because if we don't rant on this show, there's something wrong. Like, you can probably see Yogi not rant tonight because he's sick, but he's still going to because we got some really... Yeah, we're not gonna get into the topics right now.
But we're good though. We rant, but we're structured ranting. We try not to be like just a broadcast where we just spew off at the mouth and don't have any direction.
Look at her big titties, Yogi.
Oh, hey, oh.
But like that. I'm not yet.
For example.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. For example, man, this is really strong.
The BFT says that Final Fantasy 14 is different from Final Fantasy 11 from what he's heard. Final Fantasy 11 was really neat because it had like that classic MMO feel to it, like almost a minimalist approach of like a RuneScape, but then it had the depth of a modern day MMO. It's very interesting. Like it had some of the aspects of Anarchy Online that I like and stuff like that. Crafting to me is one of the nice appeals of an MMO because it keeps the game fresh and it kind of gives you that personal touch. I don't know. It's weird. It's one of those weird mechanics that makes me feel more fully invested. Well, even though it could lead to grinding, and that's one of the things I don't like.
Right. Well, and that's the same thing with World of Warcraft right now. There's so much to do. So like you're not gonna be doing. I mean, yeah, you're still gonna go out getting your iron or your mines or your skins or whatever you're doing to complete more of your profession, do your daily. But it's a lot of stuff to where you actually can go on quests and you do other things, get followers, and there's so much to do. But after you've done it for so long, it starts to go, oh my god, this again. I gotta do my jewel crafting and my engineering daily again. As like I just did it, but it just flipped over time, so I gotta do that again. I have to get on this character and this character do it. It just gets boring after a while.
Yeah.
And I'm with you on that aspect. I just don't like grinding every single.
Yeah. Like I totally get. Like I know we've joked around a lot about Destiny, and WoW. If I had the time, if I was younger, maybe if I didn't have kids, I could see myself getting addicted to these kind of games.
But then you could actually do your streaming thing too. Because I thought the same thing. If I didn't, and I love my son with all my heart, he's my pride and joy, my wife as well. But if I didn't have my son, if it was just me and her. Like we're gonna find out this week, I could stream anytime I wanted. I could be huge. But hey, I got a baby boy, and hopefully we're gonna get him on here soon. It's gonna be interesting.
He's so cute.
It's gonna be interesting. To have him playing his iPad or Kindle or whatever he's gonna be playing. Have a cam for him while I'm playing. I think Mom will go.
Kind of like I've been working on with the Blue Cam, and I found out that the C920, it's a very good camera, does support multi cameras, but it doesn't work with other cameras. So I can't use the Orbit, which was donated. And the Orbit's really nice. The Orbit, the Logitech Orbit has the stand that oscillates, and then it also moves around like an eyeball. So I wanted to use that as the blue cam, because I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, to
And
watch the camera follow Blue around. Yeah.
yeah, because she gets like a crackhead out of nowhere, just darting around the man cave. It's hilarious. So then I can also keep an eye on her like that too. Like, is she getting into something bad? But so what I might end up doing is see if someone wants to trade, because it's a really good camera, and it does 1080p if I'm not mistaken.
What do you
But
want to trade
it's
for?
not compatible. Another camera on the same.
All right, let me know what you want. I'll send you it.
Yeah, I want to trade for instance another C920 so I can have multi cameras. But then the other question is, will I be able to support it resource wise? Because one camera alone is a resource high, but then two, you're churning out extra frames. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Just upgraded it to the C920. See, the Orbit's really powerful. It's just
I just have a C615 still, 1080.
yeah. I mean,
It works. I mean, I'll get a new one, but this one works perfectly.
there's no real need to like upgrade them.
And if I get if I get double cameras with like this not this exact camera, but if I get the I think it is the C920, I can get two to where I can plug them right in, and my computer just says, okay, hey, you got two webcams.
Yeah.
Hey,
So I'm gonna.
it's Sadie Cam, dude. Gotta do it.
If anything, I might just say like.
I mean, look at that. That's so precious.
Yeah. I love bully breeds. They're so sweet. They get a bad rep, but bully breeds are sweethearts, and they're just protective of their family. People don't get that.
Well, American Bulldog and Boxer, so hey, fine
Are
with
they the
me.
same breed?
What?
Yours is a mix too, right?
American Bulldog Boxers, what mine is.
Yeah, it's the same thing mine is. I showed you pictures of Lila, right?
Yeah, and it looks just like a pit bull, but she's not. People here all over. It's so funny. The same people keep going into the office saying, "Oh my God, they got a pit bull." Because I, take her out and.
Even pit bulls are sweethearts. It's just
Yeah, it's just how you raise them. But people have that pre-assumed notion that pit bulls are all evil dogs just because of what they've done in the past, especially to kids. But it's all how you raise them. I mean,
see I think that's racist right there. Racist towards dogs. Towards certain breed. That's a kind of racism.
Would that be animalist?
I mean, it's a race of dogs, so that's racist. So shame on you if you think that all pit bulls or all of any animal breed is bad.
Yeah, I mean, you could get. I mean, there are certain dogs and certain breeds that are not suggested for kids. Like a terrier is not suggested for kids because
Doggist.
Yes, but it's not. They're not suggested. A black lab, a yellow lab, a golden retriever, a Great Dane are dogs that are suggested for kids because they have that automatic instinct. I'm sorry,
The
but if anything
worst dogs to have for kids, I think, are the little dogs,
terriers,
the ankle biters,
terriers,
like Yorkshire Terriers.
yes, yeah. Like terriers and the little like even. It depends on what kind of dogs they are.
Pomeranians.
But, even Chihuahuas, because Chihuahuas hook onto one person. If anybody goes towards that one person, it doesn't matter if it's a kid or not. It's gonna try to bite them. Just how it is.
The smaller breeds also tend to overcompensate because of their size.
Right. Well,
and a little kid doesn't know, like, don't pick up the animals constantly. Don't touch their face.
And I can tell you right now, if anything happened to Cam, like when me and Cam are playing and I'm like stomping through the house going, roar, she's looking at me going, she's barking, saying, get away. I mean, if anything really happened, she's ripping a new asshole.
Stepper is up in the house. Stepper hailing from the Spartan Show channel. Welcome. And we also got the Worst Radio Show lurking on the iPhone, I believe.
I would. But the only problem with doing the green screen is Skype puts off a really, really weird picture. So
Yeah.
then I can never chroma
It's because
it.
of the way Skype translates the. It's because Skype uses weird layered window technology.
Well, no, it's because the chroma key for when I do my camera. If I do a video device from my computer, I can chroma key it. It has three options. It has fade, blend, and some other scroll wheel. If I do it off of Skype, it only has two options. It only has fade, or it only has blend, and it just looks like. I'll show you what it looks like here in a minute, but that's why I
No,
don't use it.
we've seen it before for people that have
Well, no, the
gone like
Spartan
maybe like
show.
20
The
episodes
Spartan
back.
show asked.
You
So
gotta show, you gotta show Mike the
I will, I
horrors.
will, I will.
He was giving Kevin and I a hard time because hey, Blake loves Taylor Swift is here. He was joining us on the Gaming Death podcast. Awesome.
Hell
But yeah, he
yeah.
was giving us a hard time because Kevin and I, we don't have our green screen set up yet. For me, I have to think of a good way of doing it. I could use curtain wire or a rod.
I already
But
have. I just. Give me another month. I'm sending you a frame.
Oh, well, the thing is, this is the thing. The reason I have to hang it about 2 feet behind me because the wall's too far back. So I'd have to hang it from the ceiling, and the ceiling is arched, right?
All right,
It's one of those
I'm gonna
arched.
let you know something, homie. Okay.
Oh my God.
This is what you're gonna have to do. When I send it to you, it's a frame that it's a PVC pipe frame.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
talking about. So it doesn't
All right.
wrinkle.
With those that I sent you already. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The green.
Let's
I
get the
wanna
little inserts for
I want
it.
to say sheets, right? But
Yeah.
we already got them sewed on the end. So then all you do is you put two right back to back, and then you could put it right. I mean, I can't really tell you the depth of your room, but you don't have to put it right. You just put it right behind you. That's all you need it for.
Yeah.
So then you
But
have
I'm
a.
saying I'm gonna have to hang it up like somewhere, either off the ceiling fan there or around it. Because I've been thinking about it, like there's different ways of doing it. The way things are laid out right now. We stop it. The kid. Such a
Kid.
kid.
I'm not
By the way,
kidding.
folks, for those joining us for the first time, we are an interactive, live, late night show. I'm also very congested, so I sound like crap. I don't usually sound this crappy, but I hope you're enjoying my baritone, lovely notes. Yeah. But that does mean, since we are a late night show, we can get a little raw and potentially offensive to some. Anything can happen. I mean, it is horseplay, and we're horsing around. Has nothing to do with My Little Pony. Sorry, but we appreciate the bronies too.
Aw.
But we do make our best efforts to think about everyone's feelings and consider all the sides to all the issues, because we talk about geek culture and all the facets there are, not just gaming. It's predominantly gaming. But at the end of the day, we do hope that everyone can let loose and have fun and not take everything too seriously. Because I think people take themselves too seriously these days. We're in a very hypersensitive world right now. It's like everything becomes a hashtag, you know, white wine or just salty dog syndrome. No bueno. But anyway, Obi, I need to get more ginger ale because my throat's getting dry. So you do your spiel, and I'll be right back.
I will. I will. I'm gonna show all these people, for those that are listening on the podcast. Um, they're asking about my chroma key here, so I'm gonna show everybody what we're talking about, what we're working with. Now I have blend and similarity. I mean that works a little bit, but then I'm wearing a green shirt too, so that doesn't help. So I mean that's about as good as I can get it right there, and I still got stuff in the background, and I still have lights turned on and all that other stuff too. So that's why I don't use it. But it's okay. It's not like it's a big deal. So, but to answer your question before you ask, it's my whole wall. It's everything in my room is green, and then that right there is another green screen that we hang up for my dad for his talk show. But yeah, everything's green in my room, so that's why it looks like I have a perfect green screen every time, because I do. It's paint.
That's the best way to do it, really.
So if you can do it and you can set up a room, I have my own room, I have my own office, and so I just said, "What kind of paint you want to paint your room?" And I said green. Why? I have a permanent green screen everywhere. I'm great. But we also love collaborating and shouting out all our fellow geeks. So if you mention us, guys, making sure that you let us know so we can return the love. HorsePLAY Live is every Thursday night at 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific on Twitch channels Geeky Antics and YogiZilla. Horseplay Replay now is also available earlier on Thursdays around 5 p.m. Eastern Time on allgames.com. Go there, allgames.com, and up in the left-hand corner, you'll see live chat. You can hit live chat, especially around 5 o'clock, and that'll be the show from tonight will be next Thursday at 5. Tonight on the show, let's get the hype train going, guys, for our hashtag mega awesome giveaway, guys, and talk about everything Twitch and maybe even some YouTube. Yogi, you ready for the show tonight, man?
I am as ready as I can be. Hopefully I don't keel over and die. But I'm hoping if I could get over the sickness, that afterwards we'll enjoy the Spartan show.
Yes.
We'll be hosting them and maybe do a little gaming too at the same time. Multitasking.
Yes, I do use OBS, and it's just you'll see if you ever watch my stream that I chrome out. I do it all. I never run with a wall behind me. But we're gonna we're gonna get right into the show here, and we're gonna start with some of the obligatory news. Yeah, but instead of our usual news, let's talk, guys, about exciting things going on in Geeky Antics community. Yogi, what is going on in the Geeky Antics community that we need to get I'm capital S, capital O, excited for?
Well, I'm glad you asked, OB. The gang has teamed up with the Spartan show.
Trying to be
and
professional
the
here.
worst radio show. I'm sorry, I'm terrible. I'm trolling. I'm trying to keep my spirits up because I feel miserable right now.
So you don't want to do a stream after the show?
I would love to. Well, no, after the show, it's the Spartan show, but we still game afterwards, so we could watch their stream, and then game with the community. Obi, sipping. He's just moving the drink around. What is this? A wine testing kind of thing? A little wine tasting party?
Oh no, it's hard liquor and orange juice. Thank you.
I know, but you're just waving it about like, this has a very nice bouquet to it. But we've teamed up with. Okay, that Chewy. We've teamed up with the Spartan show. I'm putting a serious face on. Okay, we're good. Serious face. No, stop it! No! I was trying to put serious face on. Darn it! We've teamed up with the Spartan show. I'm gonna ignore the video. And the worst radio show. The worst radio show, as Kevin's making me sure I emphasize, to launch the United Broadcasting Network on Twitch. And this just falls right in line with our goals, because we've said this for a while. Like, we love Twitch, and it's something we're focusing more on, but we don't have the resources to really push Twitch individually or collectively right now.
We will.
But we will.
I'm
right
shooting
now,
for it.
It's about collaborating and having the stream team and all that kind of stuff. That's where we're at right now. So this is perfect. It brings us to that place where we can bring our audience 24/7 live video content. And then on geekyantics.net, we got the audio feed. I'm working on the 24/7 radio station. So it just fits so perfectly. And, it's also worth noting that, fun fact, the Spartan Show and HorsePLAY Live were the first gaming talk shows on Twitch.tv. I know this because when I looked for months before we launched HorsePLAY Live on Twitch, I didn't find anything. All of a sudden now everybody says they've been doing it forever. But over a year ago, it was a desolate wasteland, and it certainly was not a gaming talk shows category. In fact, if you were bold enough to stream something that wasn't a video game, you'd get reprimanded by the community and sometimes by Twitch
very
people,
badly. Well,
yeah,
and I'm not gonna say it's all of HorsePLAY Live. It's all the worst gaming show. It's not just us, but I mean, there's quite a few that have been doing it, like on in 3. Some of the show that Garwar does. I can't remember is it Garwar that does that show?
I forget.
I don't know, but there's like 2 or 3 that they're big now. Because I mean, and I'm not gonna like toot our own horn, but I'm kind of sorry, but we kind of paved the way because I am gonna toot our own horn. If
we dealt with a lot of shit, dude. Remember what we'd have to do? Because what we used to do is put the name of the game
on League of Legends.
Well, you did that, but I would alternate between the games we were talking that night, right? so that it would always be kind of relevant.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were talking a lot about League of Legends, it'd be League of Legends. And in the beginning, we were pretty heavy on League of Legends because we were on a League of Legends kick. Like that's the life cycle of a PC gamer. You always go back to to League of Legends for a little while. Then you're like, I hate this game. Then
I
come back to like, oh,
I have
love
Heroes
it.
of the Storm now.
Oh yeah,
So
and Smite.
did I get Heroes of the
I'm gonna do my politician thumbs up.
I got invited last night to. Well, I don't know if the invitation was valid, but I got invited to play on the team in Smite from last night, from my stream last night.
Ooh.
So I'm kind of happy because it's 2 games that I play. They're both MOBAs. Yeah.
Mike's giving us a hard time in the chat, but well, you know, I'm excited about it because you know, we're not salty about it. We're just, I think it's worth just saying that because, you know, a lot of times with any kind of business opportunity, any kind of marketing, timing is a big part of it, and being the first is usually the key to success. But sometimes you just don't have that luck. And Mike, I talked to Mike about it, and it's so easy to be salty about it. We were the first, and all these garbage shows are stealing our shtick. But you know what?
Yeah, not really.
The people stealing the ideas, hey, it's flattery, so it's cool.
But you gotta think about what the shows are talking about, though. Okay, one show talks nothing but about WoW. They cover the tournaments and the arena tournaments, and I want to say something about WoW. Speaking of that, BFT, he's actually wishing luck, everybody. BFT or not BFT, Goalie Man for the Win has got a 3v3 team. And he's actually going through the process of getting to the finals for next BlizzCon.
I saw that on the Twitter feed actually.
So wish him luck, guys. Go give him a follow at Goalie Man for the Win on Twitter, and Goalie Man for the Win right on Twitch as well. So
we need to get him more involved in what we're doing with Geeky Antics.
I thought he was mad at me for the longest time, so I just stopped talking to him.
No, it's just a lot of Twitch streamers, just like a lot of YouTubers, have poor time management, and they don't get social media. They don't get the world outside of Twitch and YouTube. It's like that's all that exists for them. But anyway, we're teaming up with the United Broadcasting Network to show the youngins how it's done. Oh yeah, how to be scrubs in a professional manner. And yes, we're gonna do a little bit of horn tuning because once in a while you gotta call a spade a spade.
Well, I'm not gonna say it because there were other shows. I mean, people could make valid pushes for. Well, we were out the same time you were. Well, I mean, hell, we're only a year into it, and it's not like it's not the point of we're not talking about podcasting, guys. We're talking about live talk shows, like exactly what we're doing right now. I mean, there's talk shows on Stitcher, on allgames.com.
Not just that, Obi, but we're also one of the few ones that actually is a podcast. We're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher. A lot of these guys call themselves podcasts, and they don't put the audio feed out. That drives me batty. It's like, no, you're just a talk show. You're a video live show. You're not a podcast if you don't distribute through podcast platforms. Okay, go ahead, Obi. I'm sorry.
I'm done. I already forgot.
No, but another thing too.
Yes.
Hey, your wife's here. Yay! Oh. She's cool.
Welcome to the Legion.
But the other thing too, that I'm gonna say on behalf of Mike and the Spartan Show, a bunch of good guys over there, and he gets the value of collaborating, because again, unfortunately, a lot of people on Twitch are selfish. We're gonna talk a lot. We're gonna go deep on this, and it's not be salty, but just to talk about real talk things here. A lot of these folks, they say they support you, but they're just trying to siphon your audience and steal your routines. And I go around on these different shows, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's one of our bits. That's one of ours. Oh, hell no. But, flattery, what is it? Imitation is flattery or whatever. But,
am I doing that wrong?
Cooptional Podcast has been for a while now. But I don't remember them being on Twitch for that time. I mean, that might be one of the exceptions, but I don't remember them being on Twitch. Because I remember looking up podcasts and talk shows on Twitch for a while, and there was nothing. But we can safely say we were one of the first on Twitch.
There were no main channels like you have a League of Legends channel. You have a talk show channel now.
Well, yeah, that's definite. But remember, it was even at that time when we were doing it, it was actually technically against the terms of service.
Well, yeah, like when we started, what level? I mean, you guys can go back and listen to them. Episode 1, 2, 1 through 5, really. All
We
the
were
way to
constantly
I
scared
mean,
they were gonna kick us off.
all the way to 10. I mean, we were like really thinking about, do we want to have our first developer on at episode 5? I mean, do we really want to do that because they're gonna kick us off here in the next couple months? No, I mean, we were. Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah,
Game
I showed
swag,
you.
add 100. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
But
yeah. We threw caution to the wind and just said YOLO. And that's it.
yeah, we
But I wanna speak on behalf of Mike and the Spartan Show though, because
they should come on TeamSpeak and speak for themselves.
remember that show? Remember that show we talked that we checked. Oh yeah, we gotta get on TeamSpeak. We can put the info there right now. We're about to get to that in a second actually.
Yep.
But you know,
I don't speak for
and
anybody else.
I've seen this firsthand. Remember that show we checked out when they did the Webbies or whatever their award show was?
Yeah.
They had that PlayStation Network thing, which PlayStation PS4 makes it really easy to make your show look like it's very professional because it has all the overlays built in, all these little toys, and that's cool. But they have a little studio. They got all the tropes. A cute girl in the corner, you know, talking to the chat, and like, ooh, a girl's talking to me. Then they got the stereotypical nerd, and I'm like, wow, these guys are using every kind of gimmick they can. And then they got like the really like metrosexual type dude. And then Mike was telling me that they stole their bits from the Spartan Show, and on top of that, they were sending some of their people over the DDoS them during their live shows. So a lot of dirty stuff going on Twitch, and that kind of stuff burns me up. It's not the first time, and it's not going to be the last time I've heard that kind of stuff.
That's
There's
another
so much
reason why I
hate.
don't want to use Skype anymore.
Yeah. Actually, the Worst Radio Show, they were dealing with it the other day. Random people just went into their channel and started DDoSing them for no reason. It's not like they were like in the front page of Twitch or whatever, but they just went in there, and the guy's like, "Oh, my friend's a Lizard Squad, lol. I'll tell him to stop. I'm sorry." And I'm like, "Oh boy, these little script kiddies. They find
Lizard
websites."
Squad's not gonna deal with some fucking one person or one talk show just
I know.
because some guy wants to be a fucking douchebag.
But people think they're big shots. It's like, I know how it works, guys. There's a vulnerability in Skype that makes it easy to discover someone's IP address, and unless you're behind a VPN or some kind of proxy using PuTTY or something to that effect, then your IP is exposed through Skype. So then you got to do is put that IP address into a website that can just send some net bots over to send junk traffic over to the IP address and overwhelm their connection. But it usually only works for 90 seconds at a time because you have to pay to actually use the service. Because most of these people are script kiddies that don't actually know how to do it themselves, but they only pretend they're hackers. Thank you.
End rant. Got it. That was awesome, Yogi. Thank you for your wonderful rendition of "fuck those douchebags, they're assholes."
Wait. I just heard some bad news.
I didn't do it.
Oh, Dexter shaved his beard 3 days ago. No! Okay. That hurt my throat. But anyway, moving on to less salty topics. You know, lots of love. We're trying to build a community of love. And the thing about it, and we're going to talk about it again, we're going to get into real deep talk with Twitch. But when you have trolls, when you have haters, that's how you know you're succeeding and you're doing something special. Because that's what people start hating on you, you know? And so just take that as a sign of your success and that you're doing something that's really shaking things up.
We were conversating again.
We were. But,
No, you can just finish what you're saying.
oh my gosh, the violating at will. We do love Stepper. He's cool. But Phoebe says slam it. What you talking about slam it?
I don't really know, but
What?
it reminds me of a conversation we had today. We had another beard cutting conversation again.
The beard cutting.
Yeah, like this.
Anyway,
This
I know that's a sad time for you.
no.
I know. I'll keep you right
Hashtag
throughout
Epic
at least the whole
Beard
winter.
Club. Let me say that one more time. Just make sure everybody heard me right. The hashtag, you know, the Epic Beard Club. Yeah. All right, I'm done.
So we got a little more background here. Kevin from the West Radio Show said that Andy, and I was there for this, the last show on which is, by the way, is on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Definitely check them out. The Worst Radio Show on Twitch. But Andy actually said this verbatim. He said, "Why don't they DDoS me to my face?" And he was like, "Fucking pussies and all this stuff." He got mad, like DDoS me to my face. Yeah, internet tough guys.
They're wrong.
The
They're all.
beauty of anonymity.
It's the same thing I said before, man. They're all PC Rambos. That's what they're called.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They could sit
Well,
behind computer screens and be a
back-
big bad mother.
That goes
But when you
back
get in their
to-
face, they're like some little shrimpy kid that needs to get fucking a spanking because he's not even old enough to get his ass beat.
Dude, that's like the guys that play FPS games and think they're like.
All those 12-year-old kids go, "Come on, guys, what are you doing?
No,
Stop
the
going
guys-
over there."
The guys that are worse are the ones that think they're paramilitary and they like just because they have a subscription to guns and ammo and they
Jesus
know
Christ.
all these different guns, they're like, hey, that shouldn't work because of the recoil. It's like, shut up, you're some weekend warrior, stop it. You
Right.
play the video game. Anyway, but Mike says that the studio app on PSN was actually made because of them, because they had direct contact with the devs. And I remember that was a recent thing they did, and it makes sense. It's amazing the things that the console developers aren't doing. Like, there's so much they could do to bring the PC and the console side closer together. Like, a lot of things you would think are they would just have a natural idea, and it's like, no, until someone tells them, hey, you should do this. Oh, that's a good idea. Wow. Oh my gosh.
I'm not even looking at chat right now.
Oh yeah, Dexter, I saw that Cupcake Noms, aka Veronica, she had an interview with a journalist, and she was plugging Geeky Antics. That's pretty cool. I missed it though, because we were having a meeting on United Broadcasting Network. I was like, darn it, of all the times. But that's going up on YouTube, on her YouTube, this Friday, I believe. She can only do the YouTube video once it's actually published. Feisty does, lol. Oh my gosh. Oh Lord. All right. We'll catch up in the chat a little bit. We're almost done with it. There's not too much news tonight. But anyway, a reminder, and you're going to hear this a lot. The hashtag Mega Awesome is going to be a hashtag. We're trying to get the trending. So whenever we talk about this, when we talk about the sponsors, the prizes, Geeky Antics, just try to use hashtag Mega Awesome wherever you can. When we talk about the Smartest Show, use hashtag Mega Awesome. You talk about the West Radio Show, use hashtag Mega Awesome. You talk about BFT9000 or Cupcake Knobs. Anyone.
Or Obi-Wan-X2.
Obi-Wan-X2. Yogi Zilla, he's a pretty decent guy. I mean,
Scrub.
any of those folks, use hashtag Mega Awesome.
He's a filthy casual.
I am a filthy casual. I'm a hardcore casual. I'm not completely casual. I'm not completely hardcore either. But so we've teamed up with a bunch of fantastic sponsors. I'm so excited about this, and that's why being sick right now is like the worst, because it's like I can't afford to lose the hype and the momentum right now. The BT Podcast has sponsored the giveaway. The West Radio Show, the Spartan Show, Studio Bean, High Res Studios has thrown into the pot, but they will throw in more. They did it like reservations, though they didn't like the fact that we did a Secret Armada gameplay. They're like, we noticed you have a Secret Armada gameplay on YouTube. That's one of my favorite games. I'm like, yes, brownie points with high res. So if you guys get the hype going, we can attract these not huge studios, but these game companies that are doing huge things, things that are exciting us.
Oh.
BFT9000 has thrown into the pot. Tons of people. It's a community effort. It's just amazing seeing Twitch streamers, podcasters, game developers, writers, people from all walks of life helping these things happen. And we're not just going to have one huge grand prize pot. There's also going to be other things that will unlock mini giveaways, different incentives. You can be a guest on the show. Maybe we'll draw some artwork for you. Maybe we'll help you get your stream started. Different things like that we normally might charge for. Free services and different kind of perks for helping us reach different milestones for Geeky Antics, for our individual channels, for our individual projects, for our partners, for our sponsors. Awesome stuff. What else? Oh yeah. So the place you want to go, bit.ly/Mega Awesome Giveaway. Or if that's too hard to remember, and Obi's gonna put that in the chat for those watching live. You go to geekyantics.net/giveaways, and any of the giveaways we have, we post it on there. I'm leaning more towards web-based giveaways because they can be shared easily. Live Twitch giveaways are great, but the problem is when we do those, you get the people that just come in there, like, where's the giveaway? And then they leave. It's like, that kind of defeats the purpose. You know, we're giving something to the community, but you gotta kind of give us something back. You know, that's the whole point. Because it costs money, and time and money to get the stuff going.
To be or not to be? That is the question. It'll be called Shakespeare.
The Optimus Prime giveaway. Oh my god, I need to soundboard that. That'd be great. Whenever we talk Mega Awesome, I could totally do that. Do like an Optimus Prime kind of voice and say Mega Awesome.
I could just do it for you.
Well, you gotta do some post-production stuff though to make it sound even sexier.
But I just give you the raw feed to where you can.
Yeah, because you need that like the metallic.
I give it to you in an Audacity file.
Optimus Prime has that metallic ninja mask, right? And then when he talks through it, it sounds almost muffled and distorted because of that. And it's cool. Like you need that kind of effect.
Optimus.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime. Yes. Yeah.
And then do the little Transformers sound. Nah, I can't even do it, but you know the Transformers sound when they're transforming. But not like that. I sound like a monkey doing some weird stuff. Okay, stop. I can't get into the laughing fits tonight.
The worst radio show. I am so disappointed. They're only here for the giveaway. I was only on your show to be able to call in. That helps.
I'm only here for the giveaway. Oh, shucks. Thanks.
Did you hear what I just said?
What did you say?
I only went to their show so I could call in on Skype.
Oh, snap. Yeah, you didn't waste time. I said, I have a feeling Obi's going to call. That's a Skype song, by the way.
Yeah.
It's a Skype,
and they're like, who's this? They're like, it's Obi. Oh, he hung up.
No. You didn't say that. You were like, hi, it's Obi. Yeah, let me make love to the mic. I can't even do it. Oh my God, the throat. No, but I tell you, the Skype ringtone.
Yeah.
Exactly. The Skype ringtone sounds like a strip joint Star Wars theme. Like I swear.
No, it sounds like an alarm.
Oh, I'm feeling the feels, guys. Stephen said he's only here to support Yogi, his brother. Yay!
You bet your damn ass you're feeling the feels. You like how that feels there, big boy?
I suppose we should talk a little bit about video game news. So it's worth noting that Dying Light dropped.
It's not like this is a video game podcast or nothing.
Yeah, I know, right? a little something. But
Come on, hurry up.
it's funny that the Dying Light kind of released on the heels of H1Z1. Mind you, H1Z1 is an early access product. This is a full release. And H1Z1 is going to go free to play when it's finally done.
Yeah, because
is a paid game.
Because Sony dropped their funding. Remember last week we had H1Z1 lost their funding from Sony. But it's going to go free to play really, really fast.
Wait, they lost their funding from Sony?
Yeah.
You sure about that?
Sony dropped their funding.
I didn't hear that. That's crazy. I might check my RSS feeds for that about that. But interesting. But I've seen a lot of people play this on my Steam list.
It's such a troll.
Yeah, I know you're a troll. I know you got the troll face while I do that. So I'm like, okay, moving on.
His voice is hot. Thank you. Whatever he wants. Thanks, man. Maybe we'll get on next Wednesday and give you a call again.
By the way, Gaming Death Podcast, you guys should check them out. They had Greg Miller from KindaFunny.com. He used to work for IGN, and now he's doing Kinda Funny. That was a good show. He was out there for the whole show, but it was fun. And apparently he was streaming Dying Light. So anyway, from what I've seen, it looks interesting. The folks that did Dead Island did this game, and I gotta say, like Dead Island was a game that I was hot and heavy about, like the first month. Then people stopped playing it, and then I lost interest. But if like people still play Dead Island, I would play the shit out of that right now. I think Dead Island is a really cool game. When you play with friends, because it's such a vast world. It's not so much about the survival, but if you think about it, it's really cool because you have the overworld, which is a vast open world, and then you have all these dungeon instances. That's really what it comes down to.
Right.
So it has almost like an MMO feel on a smaller scale, right?
Kind of like Diablo, but different.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good comparison because there's a lot of different kind of loot you can get. You can
Mhm.
craft stuff. Yeah.
Or Diablo,
So
or what's the one I started playing? Some bitch. I don't remember.
son of a bitch, I'm not familiar with that one. But the only thing about that line that was that it had so much hype behind it that there was no way it was gonna live up to that expectation. So Dying Light seems like it's Dead Island, but with a more serious tone and a greater focus with on survival, which is what we were thinking Dead Island was gonna be. So it's kind of like Dying Light is what Dead Island was supposed to be to begin with. So the only complaint I've seen from people, I mean, it's got mixed reviews from different places, but you can't really go by reviews anymore anyway because
No doubt.
people usually sell out and just go for whatever opinion is popular. But I think the complaint people have is that there's a lot of fetch quests and grinding. But if you're in a mood for that, that's fun. I mean, people love Destiny or they hate it, and those kind of games are polarizing. But that's really what makes this a truly successful game, is a game that creates really super fans and then a lot of haters. Because if you try to please everyone, you're not gonna have something very exciting. Sorry to say. Case in point, League of Legends. People either hate that game or they love it. Or you're like Obi and you love it and you hate it at the same time. Oh, weird.
I really don't even love it anymore. I'm so over that game.
It's fun playing with friends. I'm putting the team speak in the chat. You ready, Obi? Do your little bit.
I already put
Wait,
TeamSpeak in chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll put it again.
Like a
Then I gotta.
long time ago, bro.
Well, I'll put it
You
again.
are
I'm reinforcing
so
it.
far behind the ball right now.
BFT says that Dying Light looks really good. Yeah. See, oh, he said the same thing that I was thinking. BFT,
All right,
like
here we
everything
go.
that Island should have been. Yeah.
Here we go.
So
It's
he's getting ready.
time. It's time. It's time for Geeks Engage. And this is, guys, here's our TeamSpeak info. Put it right in chat. Please use headphones. I will not let you in the call if you don't have headphones. Because of Obi's super sensitive hearing headphones, I hear all.
He really does. I scratched my balls once, and he thought I was like, I don't know, playing with an instrument of
I
some
thought
sort.
he was
I don't
playing
know.
with it, I guess. So just
Oh,
drop us a
man.
message, guys, right in chat, and I'm actually looking at TeamSpeak right now. So as soon as somebody comes in, we'll let you guys in and just kind of have some fun. So first one to get here gets to talk first. Hopefully it's a couple of those sexy bastards from the worst radio game show, or worst show ever, or worst radio show. I can't even remember the name. I get all mixed up.
What? What's going on?
Oh, I don't know. We're waiting for somebody. Yeah.
Waiting for who?
I don't know. I was
I'm
waiting for you to talk.
I'm addressing an audience question.
Yes.
They're asking about the audio only mode.
What's that mean?
All right, so on the Twitch app, a lot of people don't know about this. It's something that, like many things Twitch implements, they don't promote it enough. But if you want to listen to a show, especially if you don't really care about the video, I mean, you don't need to look at our ugly mugs. Just click on the little gear on the Twitch app, and there's an option for, instead of clicking source or whatever the partner options are, like high, medium, low, whatever, you can click on audio only, and then I'll just let you put an audio. And it's especially good if you're
It's good for phones, cell phones.
it's good for phones, or if you have a bad signal, if you're in a spotty area, that's a good way to do it. So, Blake said he doesn't have headphones. It's alright. You can we'll still listen. We'll still look at the chat. Geeks getting engaged? Is such a thing even possible? Kappa.
Yeah. I mean,
But you know what? We haven't been doing the Ask FM that much lately. If anyone is on Ask FM, look me up. I'm Yogi Zilla on there, like everywhere else. And what I do is I just kind of keep that. Instead of making a geeky ad, I just want to make it a different one for every show. If you have any questions that you'd like us to feature on any of our shows, so instead for like to switch things up, we'll read the Ask FMs on the air. We also do voicemail. So, Obi, why don't you tell the fine folks how they could join us if they can't join us live? Or are you trying to kick back a little bit over there?
Well, if you can't join us live, for those that are listening to the podcast, let's keep this conversation going. Send us some tweets, guys, at Obi1X2, at YogiZilla. You can pretty much tweet us anytime. I mean, if it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm probably not going to retweet you right away, but I'll answer you in the morning. Yogi's up 24/7, so... But you guys can make sure that you guys... And also follow us on Geeky Antics, at Geeky Antics as well. The best, as always, the best way to experience our shenanigans is to be here live, though. And that's on Geeky channels, Geeky Antics, on Twitch. And, of course, simulcasted on YogiZilla as well. So, you guys can also... Now, this is a big can also... Join the gang on our official HQ, geekyantics.net. If you're not there yet, get there. As soon as you guys get there, and I'm just going to give you a little insight. As soon as you guys do get there, go right to geekyantics.net/giveaways and get entered into the giveaway. Let's see what we're doing. I mean, it's just huge. You guys can be a part of that. Please comment, share, and join us on the forums. We'd love to see what awesome geeks think, and what, even if you're not an awesome geek, even if you're a retarded geek, it's still fine. I'm one of the retarded ones, so I mean, we'll fit right in, I promise. You can ask Yogi because, you know, with my time on the website, you know, all the minutes that I put on the website, as he puts days. He's just, shaking his head. But you guys can do some really cool stuff. You guys get achievements to unlock some cool stuff for you on the website, and then possibly, you know, you get some free stuff too. So, but last but not least, guys, you guys can call our voicemail at 206-415-4987. We're really going worldwide now, so keep it in mind that it is a U.S. number. So even if you want to pay those charges, by all means, please give us a voicemail. Send us. Don't forget, we will play and respond to your messages live. But if you are shy and you don't want to hear your voice, and you know you're a little kid, you guys can email us at mail@geekyantics.net. Instead, we'll be responding to the prospective show that you were talking about. That's about it. If you didn't hear any of that, go listen to the recording. Thank you.
That's very excellent, Obi.
Why, thank you, Mr. YogiZilla.
So, yeah, you know, now I mentioned Ask FM earlier. I think it's a really cool concept. There's other things like it, but what I like about Ask FM is
Good night, Fifi. Love
it's
you,
a
darling.
good way to get like Q&A going and get to know each other better, and it propagates across social media. So if you have people that prefer Facebook, or you have people that prefer Twitter, you know, whatever, you can kind of merge all that information together and ask questions to your entire audience instead of going to each of those separate things to get a feel for what they're feeling.
Get a feel for their feels.
A feel for their feels. Yes, this is really good English. Holy crap! I haven't checked in often for a while actually.
206
so that's
is a southeastern area code.
Yeah, 206-415-4987. And that's not where either one of us lives. This is an arbitrary number because it's a virtual landline. We get those. You leave a voicemail there, and it'll get sent to us electronically.
If I remember right, 206 is 206 is a north. I thought it was northeastern, not northwestern. Maybe, I don't know.
I could have sworn that was Washington.
Was that Seattle?
Yeah, it is Seattle. What are the odds? You know, and it just clicked with me. What are the odds that the Spartan show is Seattle based, and we got a 206 number? It was meant to happen. Oh gosh, Deborah, do not make me do. Again, he's gonna make me do it. Mike and I have started this thing. Well, I've done it before on the show, but I apparently it's kind of becoming a thing all throughout our shows, where when something crazy happens, we just go, "What?" I can't do it the way I really want to. It hurts.
What? Wow.
Well, okay, they're not Seattle based, but I'm saying they're Washington based. That's what I meant. My bad. Seattle, that's Spokane.
God,
Spokane.
Yogi, what the
Spokane,
hell?
that's Spokane.
Jeez, I can't believe that. He messed that up, too.
The Washington is.
Guys, I am very,
But
very...
it's in the,
I'm going to
it's in the right
apologize
state.
from myself because I'm stupid. I already know that. But
I'm blaming the flu.
for
That's it.
apologizing for Yogi Zola and his stupidity. He's usually not dumb. We're going to blame the sickness on that. You ready for the next part, buddy?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Man crushes. And...
Oh, damn it.
I didn't want to hurt you, man. Come on, man. What's
Do
up, guys?
you really want to hurt me?
Yes, I do.
Do you really want to make me cry?
Here's a tissue.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I'm just adding.
I don't remember that. Here's a tissue. Part
This
two.
is where we share our favorite man crushes and geek girls of the week. If you want to be a guest or suggest a favorite man crush or geek girl yourself, you can contact us on Twitter, All Games, and the official gang website, where we'd love to hang out with everybody as much as possible. But for now, let's share our geeks of the week. This is where we pull streamers, gamers, game designers, podcasters, authors, or other geeks, or any kind of geek that we just love. Yogi, your geek, sir.
Yes. Holy crap. I'm having trouble keeping up with the chat. My geek of the week, which I already mentioned earlier, United Broadcasting Network, a collaborative of geeks. You can find us, not just them, the us, at twitch.tv/team/UBN. Or just look up, if you just look up United Broadcasting Network, it should show up. Because Twitch has actually fixed their keyword search. Their discovery is actually much better now. We're at a much better place than we were several months ago, or definitely a much better place than over a year ago.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the Geeky Access Network has teamed up with the Spartan Show and the West Radio Show to bring you virtually 24/7 video content. Oh, hey, X Gurais, did I say it right? He's joined the party. He's got the squishy Pokemon Pikachu love. Oh yeah, I should get him. Come on over. The main channel is Geeky Antics. I'm simulcasting on my channel, so my audience knows that we're streaming. Come on over to Geeky Antics, where the fun is good. I don't know. I feel like we should make like different jingles just for the hell of it. We should have like an all musical episode. Just like make everything.
No.
No.
We're not going to sit there and burst into song. And next on the list, guys, we're going to talk about the news. Oh, anyway.
Doobity-doo.
Yeah. I do have one geek. I do have one geek of the week, and I do want to give her a shout out just because. I don't know. I really don't know. Just she stood out, and she's one of my new followers on my channel, and but Melly, I wanna.
Aphrodite.
Yes, Aphrodite. I want to give you a big shout out. Thank you very much. She was one of the big reasons why I got 15 new followers last night. So, thank you very much. I do want to give big shout outs to you, and she played some Don't Starve together with me, which
I'm
gang
so
nights.
mad.
I know. I'm sorry, man.
No, I'm mad because all this cool stuff has been going on while I've been sick as a dog.
I know.
So like I love supporting everybody. There was gang night when we do the community gaming night, and then I was like, oh, I'm dying.
Well, what we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna keep doing that gang night. So I mean, it's not gonna be if you guys do want to join myself.
We have to reschedule it. Because the worst radio show is at Wednesday at 9.
Well, I start
Maybe
mine
2.
at. Well, sorry, man. I have scheduling issues too.
I know. I'm trying to work my schedule around people as much as I can.
I mean, we could do it. Maybe we could do it on Friday. Maybe.
Friday night is Retro Friday, and then, well, though I'm gonna do.
See,
Retro
if that's
Friday.
the thing, I can't really start anything without being in conflict with somebody.
Actually,
And I'm not doing it on
actually
Monday
can
and
work.
Tuesdays.
Actually, Friday can work really well because I want to start doing Retro Friday earlier.
In the
Because Retro
afternoon.
Friday, Friday lately I've been like babysitting, and then the little one I don't know. I don't know if you remember, but she's like like tries to whenever I'm busy, she tries to get my attention, and I'm like, oh, I love you so much, but I'm really busy right now. Here, play with the iPad. And then she's like asking questions constantly. Like, oh gosh, I'm gonna sound like a jerk. One time I was streaming Retro Friday, I was trying to get further Secret Amada, and it's like every 2 minutes, like asking questions. And then she's like, let me play, let me try it. And I'm like, no, this is a really hard game. Sorry, sweetheart. Here, play with this. And she didn't want to hear it. And everybody, and of course, that night, new people started coming to my stream, and they must have thought I was such an asshole. I was like, why are you not letting your granddaughter play the game? You jerk. Fuck you.
Yes, he's a grandpa, guys. He's a grandpa.
I felt terrible. But I explained to them, I had to say no to her because she's so used to hearing yes all the time because she's the princess of the family and she knows it.
Oh, a grandpa gets to watch her. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I have to be the tough love one. I'm that guy. Someone has to be the bad
I am
guy.
too, and I still get, if I'm not there, where's Dad at? He's not here.
Yeah.
He didn't give me hugs and kisses.
Oh, I know. They know how to work it, man. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
They do. But again, big shout outs to Aphrodite. I really appreciate it, hon. I really do. We're gonna be playing more though, and we'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know when we're actually gonna do the gang nights. Be here next Wednesday. And then if we don't decide to, we might push it to Friday just because we want to make sure that we can support those that are supporting us. So including, it's the worst radio show. So we want to make sure that we can get on there and conversate with those guys and, basically just be all around fun for everybody. Janelle?
I'd like to say that about my favorite streamers. About the Canadian bacon. I can't do it.
Okay. I was just. It's like, okay, here. All right, ready. I got it. Janelle, what about you?
I'm sorry, guys. I have a migraine, but if I were there, I'd be sure to hype up, geeky antics, and God will be one next to, and Yoki.
I don't know.
You made it sound ditzy and really sexual. Janelle's gonna listen to this and be like, I can't be associated with the network anymore. Hashtag Gamergate. I'm done. No, I try to make it a point to check in with all our stream team members and all our supporters regularly, and I talk to her.
You don't check in with me. I call you every day.
Yeah, we talk all the time though, so I don't need to check in with you anymore.
I talk to you every damn day.
But I check in with her and I was like, don't forget that we really appreciate it. We love having her here.
Oh, definitely.
She's not used. You can tell she's not used to the podcasting thing, and most of the time she's just quiet. She just giggles, but she adds a little thing to it. And I was hoping she would join us for tonight's conversation because it's something that hits really home for her. And we've talked about these topics a lot before, but that we can never be fully complete with it. But anyway,
wait. We can't go on yet either.
Hmm?
We have a man crush to share today.
Another one?
Or maybe that's just something you didn't erase.
Is it something I didn't erase?
Yes, right here.
Oh no, yeah, my bad. Yes, I did not erase that. But shout out to Michael from Studio Bean, the one Mr. Bean and Choice Chamber. My bad, I don't know how that got in there. But anyway, some quick shout out to Love. We usually do our allgames.com charts. And All Games, if you didn't know, All Games is pretty much the precursor to G4 TV, the now defunct G4 TV. And where a lot of podcasts got their start. It's kind of like they're the pioneer of gaming and geek kind of
and that's probably the biggest reason
podcast.
why we got a channel. on Twitch. Just saying.
But but so we usually do the allgames.com charts, which is our live listener charts for our different shows. Well, for this case, HorsePLAY Live, though we also have Time YBT time out there. But anyway, that's beside the point. So we didn't get the numbers this week because Derek H was actually in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
He suffered from a stroke. This is not a joke, and it makes me scared because we're around the same age. So I'm like, ooh, I gotta watch out the stress levels. Now, I gotta make a little joke. I give Derek a hard time because he does not trust anyone. Oh, he's worse than Obi. Like if you think Obi is a salty dog, Derek H is like times 10. And he doesn't trust anyone. He has trouble warming up to people. Derek is just crazy. And I tell him, dude, you need to like open up more because like it's so pent up. What the? Why are you doing the fish face? Okay, I'm done. Anyway, don't forget you can help us out on the All Games side by playing our stream at allgames.com around 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. GMT. That's London time. And just play us. If you just play at least 5 minutes of our stream, whether you're on your phone, you can do it on your phone actually too. If you don't have to do it from allgames.com, you can go to Stitcher and play the All Games live radio station on Stitcher, and boom, play us while the show's played. It'll help us get our numbers up, and then we'll look really cool. And we'll feel better about life. And actually, just recently, the Video Game Outsiders, which is also on All Games, celebrated their 400th episode and 10 years plus of podcasting. That's a big deal. Now, whether you love them or hate them, they helped pave the way for a lot of other shows. So props to them.
Man, I can't wait till we get to that point. Yes, yeah. You're going to deal with me for 10 plus years, motherfucker. You have me for life.
I wonder how soon until we start taking time off, because 10 years, 400 episodes, that means they're doing 40 episodes a year. They take a lot of time off, on Video Game Outsiders. I remember last year, they took 2 or 3 weeks off back to back at times.
Well, I imagine.
Excuse me.
I imagine, and this is for everybody that knows us, really. We're going to go as long as we possibly can without taking time off. I mean, yes, sometimes would it be nice to take a week off? It would. But with everybody that listens so diligently and just keeps the support up, we just don't want to. I mean, there'll come a time where I go on vacation or Yogi goes on vacation, or that we don't have the means to, or we don't want to mess with the show where we take a week off. But guys, we're gonna go as long as we possibly can without taking a break. We've gone over a year. We were 59 episodes. We're not taking a break yet.
Yeah.
I imagine we might take a break if we really want to after 100. Okay, how's that?
I mean, if Obi's not home and he's not at his studio, he calls in or sets up a rig. I was covering conventions and I was doing on location. I mean, whatever way we do, we'll rig it. It may not always be the best quality, but we'll get it out there.
Well, and for 2015, you guys remember, and this is something that we'll remind you of, but in 2015, we're going to be doing a couple of conventions. Now, my wife has told me I can go to the Walker Stalker and then one other one. I think I can go to 3 total if I want to. So, because she goes to 3 for her work every year. So, I got Walker Stalker. That's going to be in Atlanta. Maybe PAX South next year. But whatever we do, I'm going to bring my setup with me. I'm not one of those guys where, all right, I'll fly. No, I'll drive. I'm fine with that. Reason being, because then I can stay as long as I want to. I don't have to worry about a complaint ticket. Or I can, if I get pissed off at Yogi and think he's a dirty son of a gun, I can leave. I don't have to worry. Anyway, but that way I can have everything, my mic and stand, my computer, my monitors, everything. To where then if we go down to one of those conventions, I can set up a whole system to where we can stream off of and have that stream up for Geeky Antics in the future. This year, guys, so be looking forward to that.
Well, and I think the other thing I like about our
411, that's stand-up blowjob height right there. I mean, wait, what did I just say?
Yeah, BFT was talking about dodging from Polaris. We're talking about people we met, and I used to get like fanboyish, but like there's certain people when you meet them and you realize how down to earth them, then you get excited. And BFT met Dodger from Polaris, and she's such a cutie, and she always jokes around about how short she is, but yeah, she's like 4'11". Uh, and I was talking about how I met Morgan from G4 and I met Major Nelson on the same day, and they were both really cool, and like it was amazing how accessible they were. And this was like I was working at an event and I wasn't that much of a big deal. I had a couple of gaming websites, but I was still kind of a nobody, even though the websites get traffic. It's not like I had a real established brand. And I think I was covering the Halo 3 launch or Halo 2 launch. And this is I was covering it in New York City. It was like a huge thing. There were like football players there. They made a big deal out of it. It was pretty crazy, but yeah, really cool. Conventions, Stepper, they're cool. Conventions to me, they're good when you go with a bunch of people. To go by yourself, I personally don't like it. If you go there with friends, or if you go there to cover it with a bunch of people as journalists, and it's cool because it's more about like the after party and know and be with other people, because it's who you know helps you connect to other people, and that's fun. Like the stuff that happens on the convention floor and not as exciting as what happened before and after. And if you're pressed, the neat thing is they usually a lot of the conventions are trying to do this more. Some of them are cutting back, but most of the time they're good about giving the press 1 to 2 hours of free access before they open up the doors, which is pretty scary because imagine all these scary nerds, and I say that lovingly because I consider myself a nerd, but imagine a bunch of scary nerds standing on a long line that wraps around a convention hall, and then they see you walk through with the press pass. They go, do. I don't have to wait on the line. I mean, the looks you get.
I can't wait.
Get killed.
I can't wait. Because I'm just gonna go, yeah, and what? There's a PAX. Speaking of PAX North. Yogi.
Is there a PAX North? I thought it was PAX East.
Is there a PAX North?
No, it's PAX East, PAX South, and then PAX Prime, and then they have PAX Australia too. And they got some other ones too.
See, so
the
there's East and South. They should have a PAX North and put it in Chicago. Better yet, put it in Grand Rapids.
They got one that's in that general area.
Grand Rapids would be swell because then you could just come up here and you could stay at my house.
They circulate the locations too, though.
They need to be like Chicago. One needs to be in Chicago. Really.
BFT says we should do a little jig while we flip them off. But, the thing is, like, there's a lot of hate, the geek community thinks that the journalists have like this really sweet deal. Oh, you guys get games for free and hardware for free, and you get to go to these events for free. But it's not all it's cracked up to be. First of all, if you
got a lot of work to do as a journalist.
If you get review copies, and we get review copies sometimes, there's embargoes, there's certain things you can't say, there's non-disclosure agreements. They give you a media kit with like pictures and buzzwords you have to use and things they don't want us to say. And if you don't follow the rules, they blacklist you, and then other companies follow suit. I mean, and it can snowball to the point where you're getting flamed or burned on your personal stuff. I mean, it's not as easy. And when you go and cover these events as press, you're more and more the press is becoming like the redheaded stepchildren. Like these conventions, these events, they know that they need the press coverage, that enthusiast press or the professional journalists to go in there and build the hype. We're doing a service to them by giving them free marketing essentially, right? So we're trading services back and forth, but they give you such limited access now. Like they don't watch. You can only sit in certain places. They don't watch you approaching the celebs at certain times, if at all. Everything needs to be by appointment. Before it used to be where you just go up and just say, hey, I'm so and so from this network. I know you're really busy, but can we set up a time? So and so, here's my card. Call me when is a good time for you. I just like to have a few questions. If I get you 5 minutes of your time, I'd like to talk about this issue. Boom, and it'd be done, right? Because you don't want. When I go to these events, I respect everybody else's time. Like I see people waiting on a line, I don't want to be like that guy's like, screw you. I don't care if you paid $1,000 to get a VIP pass. I'm gonna go in front of it because I'm impressed. I respect that. But
I would.
Yeah, I know you would, Obi. But anyway, before we derail any further,
hey, what's that guy doing? Press. Here, read it.
Yeah. Bam.
Badge, bitch.
Pow. But the thing I was gonna say though what I would love to do if we're not at the place as Geeky Antics of the network to do our own booth next year on the major events we like, and I would love to hit up some of the smaller conventions, so like tabletop things, because those are a lot more engaging and they're better for networking and it's less stressful. But
We can do whatever you want, dude. Like I told you.
but we can't if we can't
Walker
do it next
Stalker.
year. If we can't do
Walker
it next
Stalker's
year,
one.
we got Walker Stalker.
But that's a small one, and then one PAX. I'm thinking it's either gonna be PAX. I think it's probably gonna be East, but I just don't. Depends
Walker
on where it's
Stalker
at.
is small compared to PAX, but it's growing rapidly.
I'm talking about like if we can get into a booth with Walker Stalker because it's so small, then that's what I would like to do first to try like do the test run.
Yeah.
And then we go to PAX once, see how I go to PAX once and see how it is, and then we go forward to next year saying, okay, PAX East next year. That's where we're gonna bring the whole setup and we're gonna do a giant Geeky Antics stream every day it's up. And it's gonna be 24 hours, hopefully, or as long as we can do it actually. But
Yeah. But what I was gonna say is that if we can't do it ourselves, it'll be an opportunity where we can just get together with other folks from the United Broadcasting Network and we can set up a booth that way.
and
The equipment's expensive, and be able to live stream while we're there because you have to have some kind of way of doing it because the wireless. Ooh, I'm making a mess here. The wireless in these convention halls and the internet in these convention halls tend to be pretty crappy and tapped out. So you have to work around that stuff. Either asynchronously do the stuff, like record it, pre-record it, and then stream it from somewhere else, or I don't know, find some other way like satellite radio.
Well, there's ways and there's things that like I have buddies and I have contacts that can help us with stuff like that. Like the signal stuff, and even if we don't do a live stream from it, from the hall, we can always I can always get the camera and hook it into Skype and all that other shit too. So, and we can stream from there with somebody else watching it. But like I said, stuff we can talk about in the future. But that's the plan for this year, is at least 2.
Yeah. Yeah. So it could happen next year, but at a scale we really want it to be. Like I would love to do like some tabletop gaming areas and sponsored by our collaboration.
Well, right.
There's a lot of things we
if
can
you
do.
think about that, you could say that's the best possibility for that going to be happening would be 2K16. Because there's,
Yeah.
we're just gonna try to go to. We want to start getting into the point of just going to PAX or just going to these conventions that where we can like with Yogi said with just Walker Stalker Con. There's so many new people that he's met, so many people that just love what we're doing because it's all about network. It's not about making money. It's about having fun with other geeks and gamers and just having a blast as a group. Because the more you guys say something, the more I'm gonna say about it, then the more the other person's gonna say about it. It's just a win-win-win-win-win all around. Sound about right?
Exactly. I mean, we want to make a living what we're doing, but we want to give back to the community as much as possible. And we want to level the playing field. We're about the little guys. We want the smaller brands, the smaller projects to have a chance to really make it.
And that's what I'm saying, is getting the people that want to do this and do their time, do their streaming, do this what they need to do for themselves. But we would rather go say, hey, Joe Blow 123, we know you're tiny and you're small and you're just starting out, but hey, big shout outs to big Joe Blow 123, than doing a big shout outs to, I'll just use his name because he's on my brain, but Phantom Lord. Okay, because he's already got 25,000 people in his stream at one time. Or,
Yeah.
Or whatever. We want to get the little guys just because we're a little guy. If we can't help little guys, if we're trying to get some,
that.
I don't know what I'm trying. I know what I'm trying to say. I just can't say it. Basically.
And not just that. The thing is, I see it all the time in my consulting work. small businesses, smaller brands, they tend to care more about their customer, they care more about the audiences, and they tend to have more unique products, more unique content. You know, the big ones, they tend to just follow a certain formula. They're very regimented, and the bigger you get, the more like since a lot of people when they get that big, they don't have a growth plan. So when they get that big, they're only thinking about money, 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 money. They think about the bottom line, and they lose their spirit. They lose the essence of what they are. So
Hmm.
they sell out. But anyway,
Sometimes there's
not all the
sometimes,
time,
and,
but a lot
and
of times.
and I'll use his name again, but not Dingle, Dingle Dipper's his girl, but Phantom Lord is one of those guys that has 25, 30,000 people, but he loves conversating with just viewers. Yeah, it's all about subs, and 90% of those big streamers at home, and I'm telling you right now, when I get that big, I'll probably be sub moded up too. But it's to the point
That's
where,
a different. I won't.
yeah, but there's so much that gets said when it's not in sub mode, especially
Some
if you
more
got
I think should be
30,000
done.
people.
Some more should only be done at certain times.
Well, yeah, but if you're like, if okay, we'll use you for an instance. Okay, if you're streaming, okay, you start getting big,
Well, actually,
followers
before we
come
talk
in.
about this, before we get into this, because this is actually part of our next segment.
I know.
So
I
let's
thought we were
open
already
up.
on it. My
No,
bad.
we're not. Let's introduce that segment. Then we'll talk about that. We'll open up the discussion of sub mode. Sub mode douchebaggery. I'm writing it right in the show notes. So sub mode douchebaggery. Okay, I guess I'm opening it up. So this is our feature discussion, guys. And I'm looking at. I'm being mindful of time. We have less than a little over a half hour, but really less than that because we have to do our outro and whatnot. So we'll talk about everything Twitch.tv and then some. We might have to cut it short and continue this next show.
Nope. Keep going.
But as much as we joke about Twitch being a glorified campsite and we act like salty dogs, we love the direction of things on Twitch, and we feel like the opportunity is ripe right now.
Microphone muted.
But we also feel it's a lot of misguided
Microphone
information
activated.
and a lot of barriers to entry because people are I don't know, they're jerks, I guess. So we want to work with highly engaged streamers that see beyond the tech, the gimmicks, and the mundane. If you have a vision, if you see that there's a need to collaborate and you get social media, all that kind of stuff, this is what we're talking to you right now. All right. This is a look at the many topics we'll be covering actually over at geekyantics.net as we continue our hugely successful Twitch series, which, by the way, if you look up success on Twitch, our content shows up on the front page of Google at #1 and all over the place. And we have more coming. We're actually going to be doing not just articles, but we're going to do ebooks, instructional videos, and more because obviously there's a huge need, there's a demand for this information, and no one's supplying it. Not even Twitch. The Twitch blog is pretty terrible. The information they give you, even the established streamers, they give you the most canned messages. Oh, if you want us to get into streaming, all you need is a webcam and a good PC with this kind of specs, an overlay, and bobbity boo. All right, well, thanks. That's like saying if you want to be a pizza delivery guy, you need a car and feet so you can drive the car. Thanks.
That's about it.
But I mean, so let's talk about it because we already got some chat about it. Sub mode douchebaggery, or is it? So I get it. Man, it's Shy White Wolf. Yay! Hello. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit too excited. She barely comes in here anymore.
Yeah, I know. She's always in somebody else's channel.
Oh, we won't talk about that. But I get it. I get it. The British accents are pretty sexy.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, sub mode is the necessary evil, right? I totally get what Obi's saying, because and BFT saying the same thing. It gets rid of so many trolls. But I hate a channel that's always in sub mode, because what that tells me is before you can even have my time, you're only important to me until you pay this money. So how can you experience the community and become a part of that experience and feel like if you really belong if you can't even chat? And that's such a big part of the experience. Because the truth be told, Twitch is becoming less and less about the video and the game and that content. It's becoming more about the community and interaction. You know, especially for the smaller streamers, that's where we thrive. That's where we shine. So I feel like sub mode should only be during certain things, certain events, special VIP events. Like, hey, when I do this special stream, it's gonna be sub mode only. I'm sorry, I have to do this because I want to just be able to engage with people individually
Mm-hmm.
better. I'm gonna have it on slow mode and sub mode so I can focus on the people that have value to add to the conversation. And I get it. So you don't get My Little Pony and ASCII penises all over the place. Fine. For 7, I just don't get it.
Well,
Now, Total Biscuit, I know he does it, and I love the guy, and I know he's gone through a struggle. I had great respect for him. He's one of the big guys that I actually really respect. I know he's had his own struggles with cancer and whatnot. But every time I go in there, I see some mode, and it makes me a little sad. And I get why he does it. He doesn't have time for that kind of stress and negativity. I get it, but I feel like as a viewer, that turns me off. Am I want to go on the channel? All right, go ahead,
right.
Obi.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it too. Like you said, it's not so much being a douche, and it's not, when I and I'm gonna say when, but when I get my sub button, I'm gonna be the same way. I mean, yes, it will be off sub mode, especially like, if I'm doing something just off the wall and I want a bunch of people to talk or whatever it is. I mean, but like you said, there's times where if you just can't deal with the bullshit anymore. I mean, you can't deal with the trolls constantly talking about, they stuck their finger in their nose. I mean, that's just a waste of a line of text. That's it. So why even have that? If you want to write stupid shit like that, then you can sub to me. That's what I think, and that's what most people think. I mean, yes, sub button or the sub mode is not meant to be turned on all the time. But again, it's that person's stream. It's their prerogative. Wow, it's their prerogative. If
Yeah.
if once Geeky Antics, and we'll never do it, but once Geeky Antics gets subbed, if we really want to stop all the BS, of course we could throw it on sub mode. But especially if we have like interviews and stuff like that, of course. But I mean, it's to each their own. Am I kind of pissed off that I can't talk? And I'm really enjoying this guy, and he's just awesome. He's doing some really cool thing, and I thought of something witty to say, and I try to type it, and it's like, oh, sub mode only. Okay, see ya. I don't even stick around anymore. I just leave. There's no point in watching somebody else's stream when I can't talk.
Yeah.
Now, if
It's
I
a shame
have
too because
if they have 30,000 people in here, yeah, me is not gonna matter. But if and that's the only those big. I mean, even 1,000 people, they've got 1,000 people talking, and they have some sub, some not, and they might take it off of sub mode. But then that one person that really wants to talk and say, "Hey, I really love your stream," they have to donate $2, or they have to do this and they have to do that just to talk to the person. I mean, some of
yeah.
it's BS. Some of it I totally 100% agree with.
Yeah, some of it makes me feel like it's kind of like it feels sleazy to me. It's almost like going to these kind of clubs where they have this situation where you could buy a really expensive drink, and then and suddenly magically a hot girl sits down and talks to you because that's included in the price of the drink. And there's places like that. That's what it feels like. It's like in order to feel special, you have to pay up. Then we'll treat you like you're a VIP. But until then, we don't care about you. Hey, for Bastion, I like that. For Bastion, it's a cool name. Welcome to the party. You get the little Pikachu squishies. Oh my god, I'm about to freaking sneeze again. But oh, okay, hold on. Oh, it's itching the nose before. Okay, I think I'm good. But see, everybody else feels the chat's a big part of it, and I mean that's why people are attracted to us because we try to involve the chat in as many significant ways as possible, right? And it's not
Right.
just like this, like, hey, welcome, like this fake excitement, like, hey, welcome to the chat, and then it's like forget about the people. We try to just have conversation. Hey, how you doing? And then when it gets a little busier, it's harder to keep up. But we try to keep that individual relationship going, and then we try to drive people to our Twitter, to our Instagram, so we keep that relationship going. I think that's important. But there's a market for everything, right? So if people want that, they want to be that fanboy that goes in there and pays for an experience, pays access for a celebrity. Cool. That doesn't excite me personally, and I don't want to be that person. Flux Vibe says, buy a $20 beer, have a girl with double D's next to you, and there's stuff like that, you know. And Made in Shy White Wolf makes some good point too. It makes people that don't have that money to go around feel like total shit. That's the bad signals it said now. Like, if you like 20 streamers and you want to support them wholeheartedly, you can't. For most people, paying $5 a month for 20 streamers, that's $100 a month. That could be the difference between putting food on the table or not, or paying your electric bill or not, and or gas money. I mean, you gotta think about that. Then there's people that have so much money they don't know what to do with it. I mean, you go around and you see people donating $300, $600. You're like, good lord, what do you do that you have that much free money to just throw around like that? you know. And then the rest of us, we're just in the struggle. It's like if we get $6, we're happy. But it's just funny. Oh, Made in Shy White Wolf says she'll sit next to us without a drink. And then now instead of spending $20 to the bar, we'll buy you a drink instead, and it'll be a cheaper drink. Yay! She's being funny. Made in Shy White Wolf is a female, and she's a cutie and a sweetheart. We love her. By the way, like I said, we really want to go deep on this, so we're probably trying to continue the rest of this next week when we get Janelle on. We're gonna still talk about it more, but there's a lot of stuff that people have brought up because people that read that article, particularly how to succeed on Twitch and social media the honest way. Well, yeah, I think that's how it's titled. But if you look it up, "Succeed on Twitch" is the first article that shows up. I've got a tons of email and tweet about it. And there's people that are growing on Twitch right now using that advice. Linkwall is one of them, and he's told me, you know what, dude, that article inspired me, and I'm like, that's awesome, you know. And people say all the time, but you forgot to mention this, and I didn't forget to mention it. It's just if I write all the stuff I've learned about Twitch, all the stuff I know about marketing, business, social media, and put it into the article, it'd be a book. So that had to be in the future the complete guide to Twitch, streaming, and social media. That's gonna be a thing in the future. You heard it here first. HorsePLAY Live. But so Obi, what do you think? And for the chat, what do you think the successful channels do?
Show boobs.
God, let's not be salty dogs.
Just saying.
Now the other question is, should we be mirroring them? And is their advice well intended? Because a lot of times, if you want to succeed in something, what does everybody do? They look at the people that are popular and they try to copy them. Oh, PewDiePie is really loud and annoying, and he just says gibberish while he's doing gameplay. I'll do the same thing, you know. Yeah, that worked for PewDiePie because he was at the beginning of it, and he got a chance to take advantage of a captive audience. That will work for you. Same thing applies with Twitch. A lot of the things that used to work for people when they came in on the ground level, and there weren't people doing that much Twitch, or there weren't that many people doing Twitch in X game, they were able to take advantage of that timing. But I think a lot of times when people give advice on Twitch, and I see this on all these articles, the few articles you find outside of our articles, they give the same kind of generic answers. You know, they talk about the tech, they talk about, oh, you should do giveaways, oh, you should do raids, but they barely scratch the surface. So I feel like their advice is well intended, but they don't know what it is to go through the grind, right, Obi? They don't know. Most of the big channels right now didn't go through the grind. They kind of got lucky and hit a surge overnight.
Right. Well,
and
there's three different things that I can think of that people really look at when they go into your stream. Okay. Now, not a lot of people do. Look at all three things, but the three main things that people look for when they find a streamer, okay, is 1, gameplay. 2, are you funny? Are you keeping engaged? Are you making them laugh? 3, do I want to go back? I mean, it's those three things right there that if you can succeed in 2 of those, you will grow very quickly. Is my gameplay good? Sure, it's okay. It's good. It's average. Okay, it might really, you know, and I've had people tell me, and I'm gonna toot my own horn again, but I've had people tell me that, dude, this is your stream is fun, just because we try to just do so much good fun stuff. Three, did I do enough to make that person come back to me? That's that right there. Those three things, if you live by them in stream, and only think about those. Don't think about, well, if I do this, I can make $20 here. I could do this. Don't think about that shit when you're starting streaming, guys. Don't do that. I mean, and I'm not gonna say this is what the successful channels did, but that's what you do. That's what they do. Yes, they're like, and I'll use him again. The Phantom Lord. He's awesome at the games that he plays. He's very, very high caliber player. That right there is going to give him 10,000 people just because of the gameplay. Now, he has some interactions with Dingle Derper, his girlfriend, which is in the same house, but they told stream different. So that's going to give him, because it's the banter that people like. Every now and then she comes in there and fucks with him, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Then the next day he's like, all right, guys, it's already done, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. And then that right there, if you're a person that actually wants to be involved and like this guy, you'll be like, all right, what time are you streaming tomorrow? So I know. This the three things that he has accomplished, and that's one of the reasons why he's so big. Yes, he does giveaways. Yes, he does. He's one of the biggest streamers that I know of that really tries to interact with as many viewers as possible. Still, and he, like I said earlier, he has 30,000. He had 30,000 2 hours ago on his stream. And he was playing CS:GO and then like League of Legends. But he tries to talk to as many people as possible, just because.
Yeah.
And he's one of those guys that sometimes sub mode, sometimes not. So
That's good. Alternating is good.
But
Now,
go ahead.
I mean, there's a lot of things that I say contribute to success. I really don't think that high skill plays are a big part of it, because the people, there's personality driven channels that are more about the engagement and the experience, right?
But that's what kind of niche you want to be putting out there. I mean,
right. So it depends.
Like with you, okay, and I'm gonna use you because I know what kind of streamer you are. You're a streamer that just wants to get people in there chatting with you. You want to play streamer games to where your chat controls your game. You want to do this stuff. That's the kind of streamer that you are. Okay, if you're gonna be a streamer just to make money, go ahead, do it. But people are gonna see through that. Go, Yogi. I forgot what I was gonna talk about.
Oh man, the chat's like going fast.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Bacon donut. That sounds freaking fantastic. Holy Hannah. Now I'm hungry. So BFT says, if you're someone new to streaming and you play some random no one cares about, you're probably not gonna get many people on your channel. Yeah, see, that's the tough thing. Like, the way Twitch is set up, it sets you up for failure. So you have to think about a game that's popular, but that many people aren't streaming, so you can get a chance for people to see you. After they see you in the listing, or because people are going to discover you either through looking in the game directory, the category, and seeing your video and liking your overlay. I don't think it's so much about the video quality. Yeah, you have a certain minimal level of video quality that you need, so that people will say, oh, that's not a crappy stream. That's someone actually invested in the stream. But they look at the layout, how everything's distributed. Is your video window a major portion of your screen, or is it a small portion? Do you have video? Oh, if you don't have video, I don't think everybody needs a webcam, because people that don't have a webcam, and that creates intrigue. It's like, oh, what does that person look like? So there's a lot of things that people say you need, but you don't really. But you do need to have something that's gonna visually appeal to people and get them to come in and say, what's that about? Like a spinny logo, or a slideshow that shows all the games that you like, or random anime pictures, whatever it is, a camera of your dog or your cat, something that people will see in the thumbnail and say, hey, that looks interesting, what's that about? Maybe you're wearing a wig and you're cross-dressing, something visually that appeals and gets people to go in there, whatever it is. But then another thing that's very interesting is that people are now looking at keywords, and they're using that more. If you type keywords into the Twitch mobile app and to the website, now you can find not just the categories, but the stream title, and also things that show up in that channel in the description. So it's becoming a lot more flexible. So these are all things that I consider first impressions and opportunities, and also hooks. So ultimately, it's first getting them in the channel. Now, what do you do to keep them? Is, for some people look for the high skill plays. Other people look for the personality. Some people like the dry Trump Trump kind of Trump SC personality where he's not particularly funny, not particularly exciting, but he has the high skill plays and he's a good enough guy. Some people want the hype, the person that's constantly hyped about everything, like whoa yeah, woo woo, And then some people like humor, maybe a combination of all the above. But I think more and more it's less about the esports and the high level skill plays. There's still going to be a market for that, but for the average one of us, people are going to look for streamers that have some kind of structure, like different kind of themed streams and nights. Certain kind of schedule, certain kind of events that they do, whatever those events are. Like, tequila shot Tuesdays, whatever your thing is. Who cares? Topless Tuesday, I don't know. Don't do topless Tuesdays, by the way, that's bad. But I'm just saying, that could be a thing. Halter top Thursdays, I don't know. Whatever your thing is. Hey guys, put on halter tops today, and tweet out your pictures. There's gonna be some kind of thing going on.
Do that halter top, boys. I gotta see me some little, sexy lads in some halter tops now.
Dude, you know what? I might do that. I wouldn't care.
No, you do that, I'm not watching.
Show my belly button. You don't come to my channel anyway. You come like once in a while. It's all right.
I stalk your channel all the time.
It's for the people that like. I'm gonna be like put a little halter top. I'll be like, come on everybody, halter top Tuesday.
As maybe Shy White Wolf puts mini cry faces in chat. Thanks.
No, she's just to say she likes Bidey and Isaac. That's why she did that. But I'll do it, and I'll say, hey, everybody that joined it, we'll do a hashtag Halter Top Thursday or whatever, Halter Top Tuesday, and everybody else has to send out their Halter Top picture, and then we'll do dance videos, little vines, and then we'll start a trend. People like, what is going on? I'm on Twitch. But see, that's the thing. You gotta think outside of the box, and everybody's just seeing this box like, I need this kind of video card. I need to have this kind of overlay, and it looks like this. Like everybody else is doing that. What's gonna separate you from everyone else? And I love that finally Twitch addressed that because they said, I know everybody thinks we want the rich to get richer, the poor to get poorer, but we actually want the smaller streamers to get bigger. And they're actually doing a thing where they feature smaller streamers on Twitch weekly. All you gotta do is submit a 60 to 90 second video of like highlights or like a vlog type thing, and to try to like a teaser reel, and they'll play it on Twitch weekly. I'm like, cool. That's what they need to do so that they get a wider variety of content, and not everybody's doing the same kind of thing. So we can have more link walls, so we can have more cupcake knives, so we can have more, I don't know, Open 1X2s in the world. Or Yogizillas even, or BFT 9000,
Hello there.
People doing different kind of things, Opie, you made me lose my train of thought here. See, and at PAX South on a Twitch panel, they said specifically that what they want to see is people just doing different things, and one of the things they said, why doesn't anybody do a kitty cam? Like, damn it, that's my thing. Damn you. Don't tell everybody that. Now, watch. There's going to be a bunch of kitty cams. Like,
there's a lot right now already. Thor's doing the kitty cam, too.
Fuck!
He just started a couple weeks ago.
No one has original ideas anymore. Thanks, Twitch. Thanks. That's all right. I have some other ideas that no one can take. Hold the top. Hey, I'm saying this right now. Hold the top Tuesday. Hold the top Thursdays. Don't you dare. My thing. I'm gonna ask the wife to see if she has a whole top I can fit into. Probably not. She's small. Not gonna happen. But yeah, just have fun. That's the number one thing that no one's saying. Have fun, find your style, your voice, and run with it. That's, I think, the number one thing you have to think about. But no one's saying that. It drives me crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I would do Double D Wednesday, and I would have guest women with big old titties. Yeah. Sadly, there's a lot of people that know that's what works, and there's a lot of channels that grow because they have a woman on screen. Like Link says it himself. Like, I know one of the main reasons my channel is popular is because I have my wife on the stream. I'm like, yeah, that might be a big part of it.
Not saying nothing, but
But what keeps people around is that they're great people. They're fun and they're engaging. But I'm not. On the flip side, I don't think that's the only way to get attention. But it just tells you this is a visual format, a visual platform. So you need to have something that's visually appealing. Not just not the quality of the video is important, but
See,
what are you doing? Do you have a ball bouncing around the screen? I don't know.
see, guys, this is it. I don't have a woman with huge boobs on my stream. I have a beard, and people like it. So, yes. I can't call it anything like welcome to the beard Obi's Beard Nation or anything like that, because then my wife said that it states that I would have to F a beard all the time.
Well,
You know when
maybe
somebody
I won't
asks,
do.
you know when somebody like follows you, you're like, welcome to the whatever you say, club, or welcome to the, mine's like welcome to the Obi's Epic Beard Club or something, or whatever, something like that. But then I have to be like, she's like, well, then you'll never shave your beard off. No. And then she said
No.
you know how everybody else shaves all year all long, right? And then November is no shave Movember. She wants me to have shave November.
So
I said,
reversing it.
I said, that's right in the middle of beginning of winter.
Mm.
She goes, okay, shave June. I was like, no, it's my birthday. Shave May. I was like, no. She goes, that's my birthday. I'm like, oh.
Oh, she thought about that. Gotcha.
So, it's gonna be really. I'm gonna cry. I really am. In May, guys. If I can raise if I can raise so much money by doing a 24-hour stream, I could convince her to let me keep the beard, but that would have to be money. So everybody would have to help me out. But for those that want me to keep the beard, I'd have to band together. They give her a couple $100. I mean, she might let me keep. No, I don't know. Guys, unfortunately, we're running out of time. So we are going to get back to this topic next week. A few more things that you guys can think about is how important is the game choice, business and marketing skills. What do you need to know? Social media is huge. You have to use social media. And what are you doing to protect your brand and go beyond Twitch TV? So are you guys thinking about what you can do in the future? You need to. Got to have a longer plan for what you guys want to do, especially if you want to start. There's so many things that you can and can't do, or can and then you shouldn't do, but people do them anyway. So,
yeah.
But we are gonna get ready to hang up the show, hang up the show.
Hang up the show. We're just gonna hang up on everybody. Like, click, we're done. But yeah, this is to kind of pave the way of the things we are gonna talk about. Like Obi said, the business and marketing skills is something that people have to think about. Think about it ahead of time, so you don't get to the point where you force to think about it, and then people think you sold out or you changed on them. So you have to think about that stuff. You have to have a growth plan. Think ahead, but you also have to realize a lot of things will take with time. Like somebody has to just dive in. Like your production quality is gonna get better. Your overlays are gonna get better. Your streaming schedule is gonna get better. Those things come with time and experience. You gotta stick with it. But there's certain things you want to have a plan ahead of time. Like silly little things like what's your welcome message when people follow you or subscribe to you. Link Wall says, "Welcome to the Party Crashers."
I'm from right here.
He's from his pub. But we'll also talk about how important the game of choice is. Whether timing is the only thing that really helps you out. Does you have to be in the ground level? That's the only way to take advantage. Because a lot of people that I talk to that do grow, they say, I just got lucky because I was the first person to stream this game. There's opportunities all the time. You have to find ways of taking sometimes misfortune and turning it into opportunity. Maybe next week we'll get Lake Wall in here and
Definitely.
Janelle too, and we can discuss this with them. I know that this is something that they're interested in as well. I'm about to lose my voice here. Another thing people have to think about a lot, and again I say, what are you doing beyond Twitch? What are you doing to keep your audience engaged when you're not streaming, to build that relationship, to get the referrals? That's the thing that's more important, because easiest way to grow, because Twitch is not going to give you all those tools. Twitch still supports more of the established people and the growing channels, not so much. The smaller channel, not so much. But not just because of that, you have to think about what happens if Twitch shut down. You know, what would you do? Would you have any control over your audience? How would you engage them? Do you have a website? Do you have a blog? Do you have a podcast? You know, people have to think about that kind of stuff. You know, Facebook fan page that can help. So have those kind of strategies in place, those kind of touch points. Ask FM is another good one. Another thing interesting too that I think we should talk about that can also help us appreciate more what we could do and bring to Twitch is why is Twitch succeeding where others have failed? Because there used to be that service We Play or We Game, and now there's Hitbox, but Hitbox doesn't really seem to be doing much. There's people jumping onto it because they're tired of not being partnered on Twitch or whatever. But is that really the place to go? We're sticking with Twitch. Better the devil you know than the devil you don't, right? But there's a lot more stuff we got to talk about. There's a lot of questions you guys have asked. Like some of the questions, like one of the biggest questions is raids and bots. Are they good or bad? And the thing is, everything that's good on Twitch, everything that has benefits in Twitch can also have a bad side. Like raids, if you do it the wrong way, it's essentially poaching viewers. And there's people that do that. They only go to other people's channels to poach and self-promote. And that's bad. But if you're really, really trying to help out other channels, and you do it the right way, rating could be great, just like hosting.
Well,
but anyway.
Before Yogi talks too much and starts just keeping going with what we're actually the feature discussion, where I'm going to cut him off. And some of the more shameless,
I cut myself off.
Some of the more shameless plugs that we have to give you guys, HorsePLAY Live is everywhere you can listen and to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com. Please take a few minutes out and thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, and share if you'd like. Even better, we love some reviews and comments. Please give us some reviews and comments. It's quick, it's really easy, and it really helps us out, guys. Thank you to everyone who has been promoting our content like crazy. Thank you, we love you. And our content being the hashtag Mega Awesome Giveaway. Plug. You guys like eye candy? We do too. We also do YouTube and Twitch. That's YouTube.com/Geeky Antics, Twitch.tv/Geeky Antics. Big shout outs to our other Thursday night flagship show over at geekyantics.net, the Gaming Death podcast. They'll be on Twitch.tv/Gaming Death every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and hosted on Geeky Antics at the same time. And that's right before HorsePLAY Live at 11 p.m. Be sure to peep out their site at gamingdeath.com. Also, Monday night, you guys can catch Pixelated Pints with Fred and Hefe on the Pixelated Pints YouTube channel at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific. The show is on a bi-weekly schedule, so beware that this coming Monday will be their next show. We invite you guys Sundays. We have 2 shows going off at 2 p.m. We have an Apostolic Outlook with Reverend Ted Tarr. If you guys are kind of into some maybe a religious podcast or would just like to hear a sermon or whatever you'd like, come check us out. He is live at 2 p.m. And then we put that on, of course, YouTube and all that good stuff. And then, of course, 9 p.m., the Sunday Dose with myself and just quite a few revolving guests. For right now we have Beastmans and Adi from some of my Counter-Strike buddies that just love to talk. So we want to get them involved. But we discuss the WoW, Smite, CSGO, the competitive gaming scenes, and a whole bunch of random shit we can come up with. So it's pretty fun most times. For those that say it's not long enough. But now you guys can sleep in. Yay, it's not 9 a.m. It is 9 p.m. I am very grateful. But if you guys do want to see all our full lineup of podcast shows, you guys can check out it at geekyantics.net/schedule.
Yes, it is. I'll blow my nose. But don't forget to check out Time Whammy Tea Time, which is also on a bi-weekly schedule as we make way for other shows and other efforts on the network. Time Whammy Tea Time, TWTT, is Saturdays at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. in London, and and 4 p.m. somewhere in the world, I'm sure. Madrid, I think. We're live right here on the Geeky Antics Twitch channel and also on allgames.com. So come join us for tea. And we talk Doctor Who and all kinds of crazy stuff. Also The Walking Dead. BTW. And if you're listening to us right now on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power Ranking show should be up next if Derek H is feeling better. We hope he does feel better. And then followed by the B Team podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern. So be sure to hang out in the chat room. Just go to allgames.com and boom. If you're not there right now, you might be listening on Stitcher. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. And then one more thing while Yogi gets the outro music ready, I do want to say that I really appreciate, we all both appreciate the love that we get from chat every single week. Guys, if you guys are listening to the podcast and this is what you do is listening to the podcast, make it a point to where if you have a night off or just whatever, try to get to a live show. I guarantee you guys will have fun. For all those that are in chat, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Maiden Shy, White Wolf. We have, I think, wasn't Linkwall in here? Flux. The BFT 9000, thank you very much. Along with the Worst Radio Show and I can't remember it. And let's see, Steber, Fifi Law, what's the other radio show?
The West Radio. Oh, Spartan Show.
Yes, the Spartan Show. So to each and every one of you guys, we love you guys very much. Keep promoting that content and be sure to tell somebody about our badass hashtag Mega Awesome giveaway on geekyantics.net. But for myself, Obi-Wan X2 and Yogi Zilla, this is HorsePLAY Live. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace. That's a very quick piece. Peace.
Peace. Shut up.
Bye, you big beautiful boys.
Whoa.